I'm here to show you where your preachers and the white man has miseducated you, especially in the history and knowledge of the one they call Jesus. Now, we're going to show you in the scriptures all three of the scriptures, the Torah, because I got the Torah too, which ain't nothing but the Old Testament, worded somewhat a little different. The New Testament and the Quran, to show you where they really didn't crucify Jesus. His name wasn't really Jesus, but we calling him that because that's what y'all used to. And to show you how it matches up with what's going on today. The future events is recorded under code in the scriptures. And yesterday's events. Some are allegory, but inside that allegory is a truth. We're going to touch on Mr. Farrakhan. Remember when he said he played the part of Peter? Talking about when they had captured Jesus. And Simon Peter followed Jesus, and so did another disciple. That disciple was known unto the high priest, and went in with Jesus into the palace of the high priest. But Peter stood at the door without. Then went out that other disciple which was known unto the high priest, and spake unto her that kept the door, and brought in Peter. Then saith the damsel that kept the door unto Peter, art not thou also one of these men's disciples? He saith, I am not. And the servant and officer stood there, who had made a fire of coals, for it was cold, and they warmed themselves. We're going to stop it right there. Peter denied art not thou also one of these men's disciples? Peter said, he said, I am not. Some like what Farrakhan and his son Wafdeen Muhammad did. They were following, especially Wafdeen was raised by young Elijah Muhammad. And he made Minister Farrakhan one of his, he made him the national representative. Told you to, at that one Savior's Day event, told you to listen to him and follow him. And they used that to get you to follow Farrakhan, but you have forgotten that he denied both. He denied both Master Farad Muhammad, Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and his messenger. Tried to paint them up as being master psychologists or con men. So Another thing that matches up today and up to yesterday is that the priests or the ministers, the black ministers in the churches, was taught by their enemy, bought and sold by their enemy. And they tell you, Easter's coming up, and they say Jesus was crucified and rose again. That's a questionable statement. We ain't gonna have time to go into all of chapter 24, Luke 24, down to the 5th verse. And they were afraid and bowed down their faces to the earth. They said unto them, why seek ye the living among the dead? Now that statement right there, why seek ye the living among the dead? And we could go to a place, we're going to find it in the next segment. We can go to a place where Jesus says that God is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. And then we're going to go to a place where when Jesus met up after they said they had crucified him and was trying to persuade his disciples that he's not been crucified. He said, you see any holes in my hands? And can a dead man eat food? Because he was breaking bread with them, eating with them. And then he went on down the road after he finished this meal. Stay tuned for the next segment on Black Light.